Hey all, Falcon Ash K here. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the delay of this video. By 80% vote, I'll be telling you how to upgrade and prep out your games that I mentioned in a previous video. I'll leave a link below, or I'll show it on screen here. So I'll have to say, upgrade kits are things to upgrade your games are a little expensive. They're you know, luxury items, stuff like that. So with that saying, spending extra money on your games to make it look better, play better, have a little more thematics to it, does cost a little more than what the basic game was. And with that, first off, Carcassonne. If you get the first or second expansion, you'll be getting the bag. I have the Farmers and the Builders expansion, which is the second expansion, and you get a bag. You can actually take it and be portable. My upgrade with it was going to meeplesource.com and getting a bunch of different meeples of different colors. Having the same 4-color meeple sometimes gets a little boring, but having your own color to show your quality out there is pretty cool. That way you know whose meeples are whose, because sometimes people want to play certain colors. If you have more variety, then you'll have more people playing. That kind of thing. Star Realms is my second one. Over there. Star Realms. I love sleeving my cards, and that's one way I go with it. This container, I'm not sure when I got it, but it holds about 1,000 cards. I have the basic Star Realms and the Frontiers expansion standalone game together. Having two different colored sleeves, I can tell which expansion's which, but when you play both expansions together, it's good to have 5 cards from each expansion or standalone game, so that way when you're playing the game, you don't know which card you're playing. This box also has storage for all the missions, other cards like that. Also with these games, come with cards to make sure that you know what your authority is. I use 20-sided dice from, not 20-sided, a percentile. So you can have 2 10s representing what number you have for your thing. Spin them down, that kind of thing. Smash Up. One of my bigger games. I have most of the expansions, and I also purchased the original Geeky box. I think it weighs as much as a small child, and this is what I have. So, like I said, I love to sleeve my games. Always make sure you have additional sleeves for games, just in case those sleeves break. You'll have more sleeves to make sure that you can sleeve your card games. This is what what it looks like on the inside of mine. Flip it around this way. It has the when you buy the Geeky box, it has the dividers. When you buy expansions, it also has dividers to put in a Geeky box, or the extended box that just came out recently. I have my Munchkin expansions here. Everything here. I don't have any Cthulhu, because that has a weird mechanism to the game that changes Smash Up altogether. Over here I have the bases. How I have also expanded my game was by using dice on bases to make sure you know who's got what. If you go to Board Game, no, not Board Game Geek, go to Game Crafters, they have these cards that you can place down on the table, and the cards come with little red resource tokens, so you can keep track of when the base breaks. Then you're going to get tokens and other things that come with the game. Keep a hold of these in a big bag. That way you know point values of bases, or how many points each player has received so far, or also different factions have putting tokens on them to show how big they are or how powerful they are. Along with that, I also have, don't break my arm, playmats. Playmats are my weakness. If you've seen my other video of my shelf, playmats. Monster makes these nice playmat tubes so that way it doesn't roll off the table, which is fantastic. Smash up. I believe this playmat is good for at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 locations, so that's a 5-player game, because you're going to put out one more base than the number of players. So this is 5-player. You can also use the playmats that I showed previously on this, so that you can keep track of when the bases break. And that's done with that. I will put it away later. I'm not like that. Dixit. As previously stated on a previous video, I put my Codenames and Codenames Duet inside my Dixit box. But this is an upgrade for Dixit. Pretty much Codename rule books. This is what it looks like inside. Codename with Dixit, just buy extra packs. That's how I upgraded mine. I also got a promo of a golden bunny. Don't need it. It was just a promo. I have it. These are the flashcards that I was talking about, and also another video. If you go back and see my codename shelf, these are the flashcards. You can put those on the table to play more Codenames Christmas style. What's on the list next? King of Tokyo. King of Tokyo. For that, I have the first edition Tokyo box. Pimp out your game or upgrade your game. There are meeple tokens. Not meeple tokens. They're tokens made by oh cripe. Broken tokens. I put them in here. These are lunch bag, snack bags. You can see inside. Actually, it's better if I just pull one out. I have the regular energy tokens that you'll get for King of Tokyo, but also Broken Token makes lightning bolts, which max the energy dice, energy symbols on the die. So that's one gray. I also have a lot of other promos. Cookie. I bought Cthulhu and King Kong. King Kong comes with other ways of playing with buildings and other tokens that you can put out to change the rules of the game. These are all the characters I have. King, Cookie, Rosie Pony, and Cthulhu. Cthulhu also comes with madness tokens and stuff that will change the game more. And as you can see, I don't like inserts. Inserts are a kind of a waste of time, because once you've purchased a game, much as like if you go on packing for a vacation, the more stuff you put back in your bag seems to be more than what you've had when you got there. So it's a bag and a bag. Stores very nicely. looks like that. Rules, playmat. Look at the size of the playmat for King of Tokyo. And that fits there. What else I got on the side? Elder sign. Elder sign. Elder sign. Way to organize your tokens in Elder sign is pretty cool too. I have these. The red for health and other character icon tokens, clue tokens, all fit in that one. And then in here is the gold tokens from the Pharaoh's tomb, elder signs. I hold on to proof of purchases, but I get rid of inserts. So that's the way. Board Game Geek has these nice little pouches, and inside the pouch you can put the monsters that appear during the game. Just take them out. That's pretty cool. Nice organization, keeps them safe. First player tokens, if you're having confusion time who's playing who. Meeple Source also makes different Cthulhu tokens or meeples. Here, I'll do this. See if that works. If it gets a zoom or a focus. Maybe not. But they're perfect ways for first player tokens. Use one per game. Don't use all three. I have three because there's different difficulties in each of the expansions. So you can use the lighter green for easy. Actually, dark green for easy. Light green, which is a yellow on the cards, for medium, and purple for the red cards, which is really hard level or hard thing. Put that there. Rules. Insert not needed. Trying to slow down so that way I can tell you what you need, so the video wouldn't be so quick, so that way you can absorb it all without me babbling. Those go in that there. Oh, also Adobe, there was an Adobe company made by something. They've gone out of business, but they still have a Facebook thing. These are card deck boxes. This is the futuristic one I've gotten for my Star Realms, and you can easily put them together. Put the cards inside. This holds probably about 80 sleeved cards or 100 non-sleeved cards, and that way they can easily take it off and put into the trade row, which also I'm backtracking here. Star Realms playmat. Star Realms playmat. You can put the thing over here in the trade row and work your way over. And yep, that's another way I pimp out my game. Pandemic, one that I've spent the most money on to upgrade and change its overall aesthetics. I got a bunch of different things. Alright, I took out the inserts as usual. Got the rule books for In the Lab, On the Brink. I'm not a fan of tokens, and that's my story. If you go to Board Game Geek, there's a number of different things you can get. There's these cards that change the rules of the games. If you're on a city that has an outbreak, you take damage. You have to discard a card of that color of the city you're in to heal your character back up, so that adds a little more oomph to the game. I also have these Product 80 storage containers that were made not specifically, but they just happen to be the same colors as the viruses for Pandemic. There's also a blank one for the purple cubes for On the Brink and for State of Emergency, which is cool. Then over here, my In the Lab box. In the lab, I got rid of the State of Emergency, or On the Brink. On the Brink. I have both. That's TH. Maps for Pandemic and In the Lab. This is what the inside looks like. So that way you're playing, don't throw things around. They can fit inside there. Hoo-ha's and giggles. There's also, you buy On the Brink, comes with other things too. These are storage areas for that. I'm speaking nonsense right now. So normally when you play Pandemic, you're going to have the regular houses that you put down. They're not houses. They're places to work for the CDC. I got a bunch of stuff here. And MeepleSource has an upgrade kit, so you can have little houses or little places to replace those. And there's also one that you put in Atlanta for the actual CDC place. Looks like a dome, which is, that's what it looks like. Then I also have upgrades from Laserline to make Pandemic seem like alien crash landed their viruses, or the alien is spreading throughout the world and you're trying to stop them. Laserline, Carol over at Laserline has made these spaceships, which seem really familiar for some reason. And these are for the Terraforming Mars expansion. Familiar, huh? And I will use those for the Spaceship Outbreak, Alien Outbreak expansion. It's just Pandemic, but you say it's Alien Outbreak. Also, MeepleSource. Gotta love MeepleSource. They do a lot of stuff. I'm not a fan of the pawns. As I stated earlier, the pawns come with the game. Not a fan. So, MeepleSource has the actual character meeples for each of your rolls. And the rolls, they look like the cards. It's fantastic. I got a couple of extra nondescript meeples in there, just for people that are like, I don't want to be that color or whatever have you. And that wraps up my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 upgrades, how to pick out your games for the previously mentioned video. I'll put a link to that to the bottom. Like, share, subscribe. Falcon Ash at twitter.com, Falcon Ash K on Facebook. Thanks for stopping by. Later.